Have you seen all the videos going about recently in regards to ponds? So did we, and so, behold our homemade indoor pond. We started off sanding these old bits of wood that used to be, I believe it was, an old wardrobe. And we spent a good bit of an hour sanding these down, cleaning them up, and just making them ready to look fab. As you can see, poor Angel is putting in that elbow grease. Once we had sanded all 5 bits, we started to construct it together to create the shell of the pond. These pieces of wood were 80 centimeters wide, 60 centimeters deep, and 54 centimeters high, meaning it could contain 150 litres in total. Then we decided to add wheels so it's easy to move because wheeling around 150 litres is going to be a struggle. Ta-da! Here's our box. So we put the entire thing together and we added in the pond that we're using out of an old rub. This is the official fit test to see if it's going to fit into the space we had cleared in the room. Look at that strong and independent man. And we just wanted to see if it fitted and see where the cables were going to be so we could then move on to constructing the lid. For the wood, we made it slightly fancier and they had 45-degree angles at each corner, which made it fit in such a beautiful way. As you can see, the 45-degree angles looked amazing. At the time of constructing this, we already had the guppies established in this pond and the sides of it were warping, so we decided to actually create a proper pond and not just have a rub with some fish in it. And so that is why there currently is plants. We were having an isolation for our plants and we were waterlogging wood in here, but you'll see how we spice things up. Now, every functioning aquarium needs a light, and we had this one left over from another project lying around, so we decided to refurbish this. This is Angel putting the brackets onto the piece of wood that will hold the light, and as you can see, the drill slipped. But we managed to get through that and we had a light. Here we attached the lid again just to check the cables were going to be okay, lighting was going to be okay, and as you can see, again, it was a perfect fit, absolutely no problems at all, and it just looked great. Now, I personally got the really fun job where I got to spray paint for the first time, and I have to admit I really enjoyed doing that. It was something that I decided I wanted to do. We spray painted it in black, it was matte, and it looked amazing when finished. Now, some of you may be wondering, why do you have a pond in the first place? And we actually might do a video in the future on it. However, it's a funny story how we ended up with so many guppies. But these are our baby guppy fry, which if you haven't seen, we have done some videos on. So we brought the pond back in after it had been sprayed down and we plugged everything in that needed to be plugged in. That was my task. It was a pain, I hate cables. And this is what it looked like after. Mainly for aesthetic purposes, we decided to add in colour changing LED lights, and it just made the whole pond look amazing. The outside may look absolutely amazing and perfect for the humans. However, we hadn't addressed the baby guppy fry yet, and so we did a whole entire rescape. We started from zero, however this filter had already been used with the baby guppies, it already had beneficial bacteria in it, it was already cycled, and so we didn't have to cycle this pond. Although that did not stop us doing water changes. We used lava stone to build beneficial bacteria, and as you can see, Angel put a platform in just to give it more depth and give a decent place for the fish to hide in. Using a mixture of stones and wood, he tried to make an interesting scape and an interesting look coming out of the pond from the crate that we had put in. I personally think he did an amazing job, but let us know down below how you think he did. Using the rock, he made sure that the sticks and wood were secure enough that it wouldn't fall over and hurt or damage any of our baby guppy fry. After a while of playing around and adding in a plant and a plant pot and loads of other bits of wood and stick, as you can see, we were left with something kind of like this, and all that was left to do is add more gravel to the pond. In order to keep the plants safe and healthy, he started to fill up the pond slowly. While we were doing this pond build, we put the baby guppies in a temporary tank along with his plants. And then we started to put the plants into the pond, and eventually we put the guppies in. Here Angel goes putting in the Lymphophilia heterophilia into the pond, and here he goes adding in the Aquascape just to make sure that it is going to be safe for our guppies. We have a lot of duckweed, so he is putting in duckweed right now. And honestly, the duckweed is so annoying, but it made the pond look amazing. It looked so naturalistic. We hope that you enjoyed our video, and that being said, if you do, give us a like, comment what your favourite part was, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys in the next video. Ciao!